It's $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Before we get started today, just want to remind you that today's show is brought to you by Ensemble Co-working, Fort Worth's hub for private offices, co-working, meeting space, and virtual mail. Find your perfect workspace at ensemblecoworking.com. How you doing today, Bill?
Oh, well, John, you know, I've been better, but we'll get into the reason for that in a little while.
Yeah,
how are you, sir?
I'm fantastic, other than the fact that my teams are disappointing me. So,
yeah.
So I'm going to jump in some quick hitters real quick. I think the biggest news right now is the allegations of John Mateer out in Norman. He's the quarterback that transferred in from Washington State. He's a Texas kid.
What?
But he is there's some allegations about him potentially sports betting.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. This was released probably a couple days ago. I guess someone got on his Venmo account and saw that he had, Venmo'd people money, and one of them literally said USC, UCLA bet, and that's pretty telling. After these allegations started swirling, in 100% liar's fashion, he deleted his Venmo history and then denied the allegations. So,
you got to keep that stuff on private, homie. Got to keep that stuff on private.
Or have someone else do it for you.
Oh, there's a novel concept.
Yeah, I'm not claiming to be a saint by any means, but I'm not an idiot, but boomer, I guess. The thing about it is if he gets caught, or they catch him, there's potential that he could serve a 6-game suspension, which would totally derail Oklahoma's season.
Yeah.
I don't think it will, but he's up shit creek.
he will. It remains to be seen. This is one of those innocent until proven guilty things. Obviously, being that neither you or I have any love for the University of Oklahoma.
No.
Even if it is true, I don't think he's going to get in a ton of trouble.
Nah.
But
it might be self-discipline. Like they'll sit him out against Tulane or whoever the hell they're playing. That's not going to matter.
If they suspend him for a couple of games, it's going to be most teams. The early part of your schedule is gravy. It's when you beat up on some mid-major teams, if you will.
Yeah. I agree. I spent way too much time on an Oklahoma player, so let's move on. Aaron Judge has hit 38 home runs. Did you know that 14 of his 38 home runs have been hit in the first inning?
I did not. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. He's an unbelievably talented young man.
Oh yeah.
I just and it's incredible some of the things he's done this season he's having. They're just physically, he's just so imposing. The man looks like
Oh my God.
looks like an NFL tight end. He's huge.
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah,
But
he's ridiculously large.
ridiculously athletic he's very athletic for his size. But you do have to start wondering with the taller players, with the bigger players like that. This game can be rough on you.
Yeah, it starts to break down. I mean,
and so you gotta, you saw a little bit of it this year. I think he might have missed a little time last year.
even the shorter guys break down. I mean,
It's
Mike Trout.
it's a
isn't
tough
huge,
game.
but-
It's a tough game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, 162 games in a season, not including the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes things like what Cal Ripken did
Incredible.
so impressive. So impressive.
Incredible. You
for,
talk about
for our Rangers, Marcus Simeon.
you talk about unbreakable sports records. That's
Yeah.
two
that's
that I believe will never be broken. Nolan Ryan's 5,700 and some odd strikeouts,
Yeah.
and Cal Ripken's game streak. It's just because things don't go that way anymore.
Yeah. Yep. Last night, I don't know if you saw this. The Angels turned a triple play off of Shohei Ohtani.
I did. I saw I didn't see it live. Obviously, I saw the highlight of it today. Just liner. That was a heads up play by that kid.
Yeah.
Was it Zach Neto?
Yeah, Zach Neto.
He was all over it. Just caught the liner, stepped on second, double the guy
I mean,
on first.
it's like the rarest defensive play you can see in all
Oh,
sports, especially baseball.
I love it.
It's pretty cool that the Angels did it to Ohtani. That's pretty cool too. But pretty cool nonetheless.
Yeah.
You and I talked about this a little bit earlier today, and we'll get more into the Rangers. But the Rangers have not done well since the trade deadline. But the Seattle Mariners are 10-1 since the deadline.
Yeah, because they knew what they needed, and they went out and got it.
Oh, weird! What a concept. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So the last thing I got for a quick hitter is the Bills extended James Cook, 4-year, $48 million, $30 million guaranteed.
Solid contract, in my opinion. I don't think it's way overboard. I know from everything I heard, he was trying to get up to $15 million a year, and there's only 3 or 4 backs that make that, and their names are Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and a couple other guys that are very high profile. That the names are escaping me right now, but he got 12 a year. He's a good back. He doesn't have a ton of mileage on him.
Yeah, he's still got some tread on the tires.
I think 4 years is good. I think
agreed.
With running backs, they start after a certain number of carries, certain age, they start to really break down.
Yep.
I think he's still kind of on the upswing.
Yep. I agree.
I agree. All I know is they got my guy there. They got my favorite player there. So that team's going to go how he's going to go. But I actually really like Buffalo. I'm pulling for him.
Yeah. I mean, as Cowboy fans, we have no hate for Buffalo. If anything, we have some remorse. Not remorse, but pity, I guess you could say.
I rooted for them in the first of those 2 Super Bowls that they lost. They lost 4 consecutive.
Yeah,
only team ever to do that. I pulled for them in the first 2 because those 2 were against the Redskins and the Giants.
Yeah,
they lost both of those, and then they played the Cowboys. And unfortunately,
they did not have a good run against the NFC East in the 90s.
No. That's when the NFC East was a monster because the worst team in that division was Philadelphia, and they were scary.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but I like Buffalo. That's another little side story, but I am
a fan. So let's jump into some Dallas Cowboys stuff. I want to talk about the preseason game first. I know we both watched that. Man, let me just start with the pass defense, and the run defense is atrocious.
It's disgusting.
It's atrocious. It's so bad. Now, I know we've got some injuries in the secondary. Not like we'd be playing some of those guys anyways, but I'd like to see Ravel play. He's still coming back from a knee. Like to maybe not Deron Bland, but you know what I mean. Some of those younger guys, I will say, secondary and defensive line wise, let's notwithstanding.
Yeah.
We did have a couple of bright spots on there, and I'll talk about those. But let me also say dude, let's just cut Mozzie Smith
I'm there.
and never draft a Michigan defensive lineman ever again.
But hey, there's 2 of them that got drafted this year. They'll probably be really freaking good.
They would. They're going to be great at 31 of the 32 NFL teams.
Yeah, Taco Charlton over TJ Watt. I don't know that I'm ever going to forgive that one. That was
Still makes me want to lay down on the highway.
That was terrible. Good God. Oh no, he doesn't fit our scheme. You draft great players and mold your scheme. Yeah. And
that's what great coaches do.
Yes. And we have not had a great coach in 30 some odd years now.
No, we have not. The other silver lining, the silver linings on defense, Israel Mukwamu had one of the most impressive interceptions I've seen. He's a kid that's been here for, I think, 3 years. He was a 7th round pick, I believe.
I scouted him coming out of South Carolina.
I really liked him.
I was definitely a fan. Yeah. And that's when you start getting that late in the draft, you look for traits.
Yep.
He played corner. He was long. He was athletic. He wasn't the smoothest guy, but he had a lot of athletic ability and a lot of physical gifts. And for a 7th round pick, and he's still out there playing.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with him.
I would say he's probably the lone bright spot in the secondary, at least.
Hey, John, can we combine the Cowboys offense and the Longhorns defense, and then we'd have a really good team?
No, because I don't want to do that to the Longhorns. Don't want to do it. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
Oh, man.
And I might be biased. Sure, fine. To hell with it. I'm biased, clearly. But, defensively, though, even more impressive than Israel Mukwamu is Maris Liefeld. Oh,
I'm a fan.
Oh my God, that kid! He, who he reminds me of? Not because of the hair. I'm not going to go that direction. He reminds me of another kid that's hurt currently for the Dallas Cowboys that we could use.
You're talking about Overshown?
He reminds me a little bit of Overshown. He plays like his hair is on fire. He's in the right spot. He makes plays. He's not as rangy as Overshown, right?
Demo is so gifted, dude.
He is, but he kind of reminds me of a more compact Demo that is not and Demo's not afraid to do it either, but he's kind of your guy that does the dirty work, man. Yeah. That guy will do anything. When you say football player,
yeah,
Maris Liefeld is the guy that you think about when you think of a football player.
Yeah.
I've got another hot take on offense. Let's just tear off another Band-Aid. Let's cut Tolbert.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I know he's a special teams guy now. Well, what do we pay? I'm sorry, I drew a blank. The special teams guy that returns all the kicks, TCU, can't think of his name. Turpin. What do we pay Turpin for, right? Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, I'm tired of the horse shit half-assing. I see it in training camp videos.
Yeah.
Lack of effort. It translates. I mean, I think he had a big touchdown against Pittsburgh last year, was it? But I mean,
so
he's a 2nd round pick, dude.
Haven't we had at least one rookie or young guy step up and show that they can play a little bit
on offense?
Yeah, on any of the receivers, the other receivers.
A younger guy and Jalen Brooks.
Yeah,
Jalen Brooks looks legit. I think I can't remember if we drafted. I think he was a late draft pick. If not, he was a training camp invite. But I think he's a Texas Tech kid. But love everything about the kid.
Mingo has looked okay. Correct?
Mingo's looked okay. I'll give you that. Mingo has looked okay. Now, a lot of people were pissed off about that trade.
That was a terrible trade for what you gave up. What you gave up to get him, unless he's a star. Unless not a star, but unless he's going to come in and really contribute a ton. You gave up way too much. So I understand people being ticked about the trade.
What did we get for the receiver that we traded to the Browns? I mean, Amari Cooper. Like
we got less for him,
right? And he
So he's a
Anyways,
ton. He's a ton better.
he's
Yeah,
yeah,
but no, Tolbert is my point. Is Tolbert is they're playing Turpin a lot more. I wish they would have used him more last year. They're
yeah,
playing him. He's going to be more a part of this offense. You got two studs in C.D. Lamb and George Pickens. You got Turpin, and you get Mingo's okay. Brooks, you got a couple of kids in there. Throw a couple of
yeah.
kids in there and see what you got. To me, Tolbert, he wouldn't be starting. He's not. He's not.
No,
He hasn't shown me anything.
I did see somewhere that there are rumors going around that there are some trade rumors going around for Tolbert. Maybe it's one of those where you trade him for a late round pick.
A
I mean,
DB.
or a DB, or an
We
offensive
need help.
lineman. You know,
I know they're looking. I know Dallas is looking for DB help. They have to
yeah,
be right now because they're so thin there.
yeah. Joe Milton, big arm, cannon for an arm. Oh my God, he's got the Cam Newton arm. You know, just big, giant, large human being. But man, take some off of it early in the game. I know he's amped up and ready to play, but good God, it's like
No, what is that? What is that saying? $1 million arm, 10-cent brain.
oh my God,
And I'm not saying the kid's dumb. I'm just saying
No.
he hasn't played enough, man.
he hasn't.
He hasn't played enough, and his reads, his reads are not. His reads are not good, and generally, if he misses that first read, he's going to run with it, or
Yeah.
he's going to see something and try and fit something in there. You got to get some touch on the ball. Not every throw needs to be a laser.
Yeah, yeah. He seemed to settle down a little bit. You know, he had the turnover, and I'll just put it this way: as of right now, I have him as QB3 behind Dak and behind Will Grier.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion. I heard the guys on the Fan talking about Joe Milton and for how many years he spent in college. He just didn't play a lot.
yeah.
You know, I think they said he played something like 6, 7, 800 plays, something like that, which you would think is a lot of plays. But when you talk about guys like, who was it they brought up? Like the kid, Brock Purdy, dude, he had thousands of plays, but he started for 4 years for Iowa State, you know, and you could see the difference, you know,
Oh yeah.
just
Oh
the
yeah.
experience and playing time. You know, I'm not saying, like, don't get me wrong, we needed to move on from Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I was happy that they invested in somebody like Joe Milton.
Yes.
I think he's going to be okay. He just got some time. Another hot take, Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah.
Love the kid, love the story. There's just nowhere for him. Like, there's nowhere for him to go. Even in a depleted running back room, we can't depend on him. And I don't know if it's because he's too small. And I don't like saying that because I watched Darren Sproles make a damn good career for himself.
Darren Sproles was special, sir.
He was very special. And there were people comparing Deuce Vaughn coming out to Darren Sproles. You know, same college, same unique build, same skill set. I think he was a little faster than Deuce Vaughn. Don't get me wrong, but Deuce Vaughn gave teams headaches in the Big 12.
Oh yeah,
Kansas State.
He was fun to watch in college. I wasn't upset with the pick.
No,
He's a talented kid. Yeah, but that's the Big 12, and this is the NFL.
Yeah. There's a big difference between the Big 12 and the NFL. Clearly, I think as of right now, talking about other players defensively, Perrion Winfrey, former Oklahoma Sooner.
Yeah.
Man, he's more productive than Mozzie Smith has been in a preseason game. He is just, he does the little things right. He seems to get it right. He uses his leverage, uses his footwork, uses his strength and his technique to stay in the gaps and actually be run support. Keep the linebackers clean so that they can be the stars. That's what you need those big defensive linemen for.
Yep. Exactly.
Really appreciate Perrion Winfrey. He's going to make the team. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to be upset if Mozzie Smith makes the team.
He's not. Yeah, he's.
I don't know what you can
Disappointed
get for him.
because I'll be the first to tell you. You know, I look at football players, but I'm a big traits guy. You know that I'm a big traits guy, and that guy coming out, man, that guy was elite. His athleticism at that size was freaking elite.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact is, he'd come in and his weight's fluctuated. One time he comes in and he's really heavy. When he comes in, he loses a bunch of weight and he's not effective. He gains some weight back, he's not effective. Just tells me you're not an effective player.
Yeah.
That athleticism has not. The athleticism you show in college is not always going to translate to the NFL because the guys up here are so technically sound.
Mm-hmm.
You can get
You
by
have
with
to
athletic
be.
in college. You can get by with maybe being a little bit less technically sound and just using your raw athleticism to just destroy people. You get to the NFL, everybody's athletic. They may not be as athletic as you, but they're athletic. And these guys are technicians. These guys, they study this shit. They work at this shit. This is what these guys have been doing this for a living, not just for fun. And you can't get by with raw athleticism.
Every guy on that team, at one point in their career, they were the guy. They were the offensive lineman. They were the defensive tackle. They were the wide receiver. Doesn't matter if it was high school, college, junior high, whatever. At some point, they were the guy at that position. Yeah. And that's what the NFL is, the cream of the crop.
Yeah, top level, yeah.
And at this point, he's expired cream. Throw his ass out on the trash heap.
It's just time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go.
Cut bait.
Yeah.
And let it go.
They won't.
I know they won't. But if I can dream, a girl can dream. Let's put it that way.
Listen, man, this whole thing with, I don't know if you heard. Did you hear what Denzel Washington said?
I did.
Yeah.
He's been a Cowboy fan since the '60s, I think.
Were you fixed to get into that? Did I steal?
No. Go ahead.
No, I heard him yesterday. Man, this is a guy he's a diehard fan. And he said, regardless of how it happens, he said, I'm always going to have that star on my hat. He said, but he said, Jerry's making it hard. Mm-hmm. Jerry loves this because there's a tension on the Cowboys right now because they haven't signed Micah. There's a tension, dude. I mean, yes, controversy. It's great. But they're more worried right now about they've got a documentary fixed to come out on Netflix. They're more worried about that than they are about getting this young man signed.
Yeah, Jerry does love the drama. There's no doubt about it.
He's all about the drama. He feels like, you're getting eyeballs on your team, but it's negative. But he thinks even negative publicity is
negative publicity is positive cash flow. I mean,
he makes money, but you're just pissing the fans off, man.
Yeah, pissing up a rope.
The thing is, it's not going to change because there's so many, and for years I've been one of them, and you have too. Sheep. We're just going to follow along because we love that team.
I love the star. Always have.
I do. Since probably before I was born. I know as weird as that sounds, probably was.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just they're going to stay rich. Mm-hmm. They're going to stay. The franchise is going to stay valuable. That family's going to keep making money. But I don't feel like they are nearly as committed as they need to be to winning a championship. I just don't.
I agree. Real quick, Tyler Booker wasn't playing. Pretty sure that's an indictment on how comfortable they are with him where he's at. They don't want to take the chance of getting him hurt.
I'm fine with that. I think
as much as they're saying, hey, this kid needs reps, we also need to figure out depth. So I agree with not playing him or Tyler Smith or Cooper Beebe, any of those guys. I'm A-okay with not playing any of those guys. Speaking of going back to Jerry though, Netflix is premiering a new I guess it's a documentary, America's Team, the Gambler and His Cowboys. It airs on 8/19. And it's about Jerry, and I thought you were going to go into this a little bit. When you started talking about negative publicity and he still likes it. He mentioned that. He alluded to that.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I like it because you know what? We're still in the news. It's like, man, I don't want to be in the news because you're a jackass. You're a rich jackass that's running the fucking team into the ground. I'm sorry, running the team into the ground. I'm sick of it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, We have made you a billionaire. The fans have made you a I've got a freaking closet full of Dallas Cowboys shit that I'm embarrassed to wear in public because Jerry wants to be a jackass most of the time.
Same.
And I don't dislike Jerry the person. I dislike Jerry the president. I do not like it.
Jerry is, and I get it. I get that he has an ego. You cannot get to where he has in business without having a little bit of an ego. The fact is, he wants to do this his way.
Yeah.
He tries to take credit for some, and yes, he signed the checks and he paid the bills and he helped, but Jimmy put those teams together, contrary to what Jerry thinks.
Yeah.
The fact is, now I get, because that's what caused part of what caused Jimmy to leave. Now Jimmy was on the way out the door anyway because he'd been flirting with the Jaguars and the Dolphins before then, moving
to South Beach.
but then Jerry comes out at the bar that night and says, "Oh, anybody could coach this team to a Super Bowl." As it turns out, he was right because Barry Switzer did it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Well,
but the fact is, they're not committed to win a championship, and it's just
they're committed to making money, and it's pretty clear at this point. And I think that's what's so depressing for guys like you and me.
But the fans, there's so many people that are just going to keep putting money in their pockets.
I know. The good news, though, there's no good news. Well, the good news is there's no news on Micah's contract, but the good news about that is Jerry isn't shit talking his star pass rusher, so that's positive. They are starting negotiations with Deron Bland. So those are preliminary discussions. So he deserves something. I'd like to see him here. Injuries. Miles Sanders came back, so that helps the running back room. Jadon Blue's still out with an ankle. Tyler Guyton looks to still be out for a week or two of the regular season with a knee. Jake Ferguson with his back right after he signed his contract. Got hurt, took a hit at practice, sitting out. It's precautionary. I don't think he's hurt. They're just being super cautious with him. Of course, Trayvon Diggs and then Micah Parsons has it back. There's rumors circulating that, if he doesn't play, he's going to say it's because his back hurts. I don't blame him at this point. And the other thing is, the worse the defense is, the better that draft pick is next year. Doesn't mean that we'll do the right thing with it because we'll probably take another damn Michigan defensive tackle, but, and it'll backfire and blow up in our faces. I'm being an asshole because, I deserve to be, damn it. I've been positive for too long.
Hey.
They pissed me off, man. I'm officially upset with them.
I would love to see somehow Anthony Hill wind up on this team.
Oh, man.
Come home, young man. Come home.
Well, when we get back, we'll talk about some Texas Rangers and some Texas football.
Sounds good.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
All right. Welcome back. Before we get back into it, today's show is brought to you by Ensemble Co-working, Fort Worth's hub for private offices, co-working, meeting space, and virtual mail. Find your perfect workspace at ensemblecoworking.com. So let's jump into some Texas Longhorns. They're a little more promising than our beloved Cowboys are. As of right now, Texas is number one in the coaches poll and in the AP poll.
Ooh.
But somehow, right, riddle me this, they're underdogs to Ohio State. Now, I know they're playing at the Shoe. It's the first game of the season. Other fan bases and people online and media, I guess, they're talking about, Texas is going to struggle replacing the talent that left in the draft.
Have they not been watching?
Yeah, I don't think we struggled the year after. I mean, after 2022 or 2023.
I'll say this. Look at what you're replacing at Ohio State, John.
Oh yeah, and
two new coordinators, new quarterback,
a true freshman quarterback.
Yeah, two new. Did they ever name a starter?
Oh, it's going to be Julian Saying. It's going to be.
He's a talented kid, man. But you're replacing two coordinators. Didn't they have to replace their two starting running backs?
I've got it here. So they're replacing. I know he was a senior, but he may have been a fifth-year senior in Will Howard, right?
Yeah.
Guys played a lot of football at Kansas State.
Talented kid, yes.
Talented kid. Replacing 4 starting defensive linemen. 4.
One of them's at Texas.
Yeah, well, I don't think he was a starter. He was a rotational
he might
guy.
not have been a starter.
But they had 4 guys that were drafted from the defensive line. JT Tuimalo, just to name one of them.
Yeah.
They're replacing Josh Simmons.
Starting offensive tackle. Yeah.
Starting offensive tackle. Starting guard Donovan Jackson. Their receiver Emeka Egbuka. 3 DBs. And both running backs, Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson, who are arguably last season were the best running back tandem in the country. No doubt about it.
To me, I wouldn't even argue that. It's not even arguable.
Yeah, they are the top running back tandem in the country last season.
No, the thing is, it just what I'm looking at, Texas has had the same coordinators for a long time, so a cohesive system. You've got a quarterback that has started a couple of games. He's played a fair amount in crucial situations. He's played a decent amount.
Yep.
Yes, he's never started a full season, but the fact is, he's been in that system. He knows that system. He's got talent. He's got backs. I think your line's going to be solid, with barring any injuries to your line, because you don't have a ton of depth right now.
Yeah.
But barring that, he's a ton more experienced than what
Julian Saying is,
and then what Ohio State's going to throw out there with Julian Saying. No offense to the kid. I mean, I'm not knocking the kid. He's a super talented player.
Yep. I mean,
and they do have some great receivers still.
There's no doubt about it. Jeremiah Smith he's probably the top receiver in the country.
Oh no,
it's either him or Ryan Williams. Yeah. Yep, we're same wavelength. But I will say, I think a lot of the doubt for Texas is they're giving Ohio State the advantage because they're playing at the Shoe. I
get the home field. I get giving them the home field, but I mean,
here's the thing, right? And I'm not saying this because I'm a Texas fan. I'm saying this because I'm a realistic football fan, right? Arch Manning is a Manning, first and foremost.
Oh, he is.
Second of all, he has started a college football game, which is more that can be said. And we've already touched on this.
Yeah.
That's more than can be said for Julian Sand. Again, not arguing with his talent, but some of the most talented kids in the country came in as true freshmen and started right away and struggled, man. Like, and not only that, they replaced their defensive and offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Brian Hartline's more than capable of being an offensive coordinator, but he's never done it before.
True.
He's a wide receiver coach.
Yeah, and one of the best in the country. Yeah.
Damn good one.
Yeah.
Right. But Arch has 2 starts. His first SEC start was against Mississippi State. He was 26 of 31 for 2 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and 324 yards.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Sir, he's got a ton of talent, but there's 2 things that I see about him that I absolutely love. For one is he's got that dog in him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very nice kid, very polite kid because he was raised very well, good family. But you get him on that field, he's got some dog in him.
He's got in your face. Yep.
Reminds me a little bit of Burrow with the swag a little bit.
Yes.
Burrow was a little bit more out there, a little bit cockier.
Oh yeah.
But he reminds me of that. But the fact is, if you watch practices, if you watch the games, his teammates love him.
He's the unquestioned leader of
Yeah,
that team.
not even a question. His teammates love him.
Yep.
They would run through a wall for him. And I'm not talking about just one, I'm talking about everybody on the team. Those guys would run through a wall for him.
So, in my opinion, the biggest factor of this game, right? We talked about what Ohio State is replacing on their offensive line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me list off some names here for you, okay? Texas pass rush and defensive line: Colin Simmons, Ethan Burke, Anthony Hill, Alex January, Cole Brevard, Zena Umeozulu, Travis Shaw, Justice Terry, Murad Watson, Brad Spence, and one Hero Canoe.
I will tell you this. So my thoughts on that, obviously the 2 headliners there, and I believe both of these guys are going to wreck college football this year, and that is Colin Simmons, who was the National Freshman of the Year last year. I believe he is going to blow some teams up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Anthony Hill. He can do, as far as a linebacker goes, he's the best linebacker in the country. Mm-hmm. And that's not a stretch. That you can argue, but you're not going to win because you just look at the sheer numbers and the difference he made in games.
Yep.
He will win. He should win the best linebacker awards,
Mm-hmm.
best defensive player awards. He should be up for a ton of awards in college football, and he will be a very high draft pick. Between him and Colin Simmons, yes, there are other very talented guys on that team, but I think those 2 they're gonna wreck some teams' game plans this year. I really
Dude,
do.
you've got so much depth there. You've got 1, 2, 3 kids that started at top tier programs.
Yeah.
At
And
other schools that are coming here to rotate.
If Texas gets a lead against teams and teams have to start throwing the football, they're in a lot of damn trouble because those guys on that pass rush are going to eat you alive.
Yep. 100%. So one thing I will say, and then we'll move on to the Rangers. 2 things, okay? I'm hearing a lot of buzz about freshman Grayson Littleton. Littleton.
I have heard that. I've heard that as well.
Supposedly he is turning heads. I've heard great things about Manny Muhammad. This Texas defense is going to be elite. I'm calling it right now.
It's filth.
It's going to be straight filth. And I saw somewhere, and I forgot to write it down. This season, Texas is starting a 5-star at 9 of their 10 positions on both offense and defense.
The only real position groups that I would even worry about, for me, the O-line, because they're replacing so many starters, and because with Kojo getting hurt, they're a little light on the depth.
Yep.
And yes, those guys in the secondary, I do. It's not that I don't have faith in them. I just have probably an abundance of faith in the others. And I look at what you lost on the back end. You lost the Thorpe Award winner in Jade Barron, and you lost Andrew Makuba, who was an incredibly talented safety.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
It was a huge thing that Michael Taft came back.
Mm-hmm.
He's the leader of that secondary. Guy came from walk on to being an All-American.
Yep.
Still got snubbed in the preseason awards. It's preseason picks for all conference this year.
He's going to take that personally.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
Yeah.
After what he did last year, the man has earned a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
And he's going
There's
to go
no
out,
doubt.
he's going to go out and show them that they're wrong. But him coming back is going to be huge for that secondary.
100%. So, my opinion, if Texas scores 21, they win.
In most games, I would believe that you're right.
If
Their
they score
schedule
21,
is
they're
going to be a
gonna
little tougher this year. I mean, we got to play Florida in the Swamp.
Yep. We got to go.
We got to go to Georgia.
Yep.
They beat us at home last year, and of course, they beat us a couple places. They seem to have our number right now.
Yep. I mean, and I don't want to compare Sark to Kirby because Kirby took over a winner. Sark came in and had to rebuild Texas from the ground up. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Texas had talent. Yeah, they had talent in the wrong spots, man. I think he showed up. We had 19 receivers on scholarship and like 4 offensive linemen, and getting ready to go to the SEC. That ain't going to cut it. That's complete horseshit.
5-7 to two consecutive college football playoff appearances.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you played in the national semifinal. In my opinion, it should have been the final.
Yep. Yeah.
But
I 100% agree.
But that, like I said, they're the measuring stick right now. That's who we got to go through.
I 100% agree. And it took Kirby, how many years was it to get over that hump of beating Alabama?
Yeah, that he had to get past Saban. Yeah, it took him a while.
So, he recruits at a high level. He's a damn good coach himself. He's a damn good defensive guy. But there's going to be more time to talk about Texas. We're going to do a lot of that this year. So,
hey, by the way, one last thing.
Yeah.
You know what this weekend is? It's the last weekend without college football.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got me. It is.
I can't believe that one slipped past you.
We've got. I think it's 10 days until college football starts.
Isn't that great?
It's a great time to be alive, folks. Great time to be alive.
So happy. I mean, I'm not partial to any particular team.
I went neutral today. I'm just wearing Under Armour.
Well, one of us has to, rep it out a little bit at least.
I say I went neutral, but that's always in the background.
Yeah, of course.
So let's jump into some Rangers, and I'll let you lead this, man.
Well, I said at the beginning of the show that I've been better, mood wise. The bullpen, they choked another one off today. They bring in Phil Maton, 4-2. There was 3-2. They attacked on an insurance run, make it 4-2. He gives up 4 runs in the top of the 9th. Snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, if you will. And if it's not the offense, because like night before last, 2 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Was it last night? 2 for 15 runs in scoring position. When they do score runs, the bullpen can't hold it. The only real consistent this year has been the starting pitching, and they're wasting it.
Yeah, we piss it away every game.
They're wasting it. I mean, another solid outing today. The bullpen blows it. This team needed two things at the deadline. They needed a closer and they needed a bat. They got neither of those. Yeah, they brought in a good starter, Merrill Kelly.
Yeah.
They brought in a couple of good relievers, middle relievers, or setup guys. But guess what? We already had some of those. We tried to use them to close games, and how's that gone?
The frustrating part about this, Bill, is you, Charles, and myself talk about this all the damn time. We talked about this at the beginning of the season when they threw Luke Jackson out there, and I said, this is not going to work. I know it's one game, but this is a ragtag bunch of guys in the bullpen that you're hoping somebody sticks, and it works. And it has not. And in my opinion, this falls directly on JD. I mean CY.
Easy now, easy.
I mean, well, here's the thing, dude. Again,
My
you
opinion,
are the general
it
manager.
doesn't fall solely on him. You know why? Because he's working under financial constraints. I'm tired of the excuse that we don't have the money. You're
So
in the
you know
fourth
what?
largest
No,
media
no, no, no.
market.
Hang on. And that's where we're going to disagree. I know we're under financial constraints. You can move money around. You could have traded Dolly.
Agreed. But you're in the
People
fourth.
wanted
I'm
him.
tired of hearing them say we don't have money. They're in the fourth largest media market in the country, yet you don't have the money. You want to pinch pennies. Now, granted, it's not my money, but if you consistently want, this team has showed you in the past the core of this team that is still here won a World Series for you in 2 years ago.
Yep.
That team's still there.
Yep.
They need some tweaks. By no means that doesn't guarantee you anything.
Yep.
But they needed some tweaks.
Yep.
The fact is, oh no, we can't spend that extra money. Come on. I mean,
Jock Peterson.
Find it somewhere.
Jock Peterson is built like me. He took that $38 million and was like, you know what? I'm just going to go out here and see if I can hit me some dingers every now and then, and has done jack shit.
No,
he won us a couple games.
It's been a waste. I admired, not admired, but I was okay with the signing. I thought he's had a track record of producing, and that's all you want. I was excited about Berger coming over.
Yeah.
He really hasn't done a whole lot.
I'm more impressed with the Rowdy Tellez signing than the Berger signing.
You mean the Girthquake?
Yeah. Oh my God, guys!
I can't take credit for that one. That was a part of a terrible interview.
They're kind of getting roasted for that right now.
Oh, the guys on the G-Bag Nation, Gavin Dawson, the general, as they call him.
Yeah,
that was a bad interview. And
they doubled down on it the next day too.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Basically calling him basically talking about how much he was a fat guy. But
hey, I'm a fat guy. I don't care.
But I would love that nickname, the Girthquake. Hell yeah, give it to me. It's a great nickname.
100%.
But the Tellez, Rowdy Tellez signing, I'm on board with that. I mean, we got him and Jake Berger. They look like a pro wrestling tag team.
They do. They look like twins. They take their helmet off. It's hard to, if you don't see the number, it's hard to tell them apart from behind.
Because they got
beards.
Yep, that's it.
They look like the same guy. And, I know Rowdy Tellez is known as a good guy. Jake Berger, great guy. Everything that he's gone through, and what his family goes through, the number that he was wearing, I'm sure everyone heard about that story, right?
Yeah.
Love the guy. I was excited about him because he crushes lefties and righties, or at least he did.
Before he got here. Which, I saw a buddy of mine was saying that he was upset that, we let Lowe walk out the door, or traded him. But, something about Lowe was, you felt like you could get more, right? Because defensively he was great, right? But offensively, well, that's the thing, though, man. He brought some continuity to the lineup. He really did. Yes, he would like his power numbers to be better, but they were decent. He was a hell of a fielder. He had he was a big part of that clubhouse.
Yeah.
That said, I wasn't upset because they were trying to upgrade. They tried to make a move.
Yeah, which is what you have to do. If you're lacking in some areas, you got to try and make a move. Now, I will say the rotating outfield that we've got going on due to injuries. Carter unable to stay healthy. Now Dolly is hurt again. He sprained his ankle. When did that happen? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I didn't. Honestly, I wasn't. I missed it.
He must have done that doing curls in the shower this morning or something.
I guess.
Doing
squats.
When we talk about, I'm pretty sure it was one of the big talking points that CY had. He didn't want to take away from the continuity of the team. Is why he didn't want to trade one of those core guys like Dolly or anyone else you want to throw out there.
It doesn't. The fact is they didn't do what they needed to at the deadline, and the team's paying for it now.
Continuity has nothing to do with getting an actual damn closer.
Yeah, you had to find some kind of closer. Granted, not all trade deadline pickups are going to work. I mean, you saw the Yankees when they traded for those three guys, they got shelled in the first few games that they pitched.
Yeah.
The Mets have not been playing well. They added probably the best closer or one of the best closers on the market, Ryan Helsley, to a team that already had a really great closer.
Yeah.
See, they weren't just. So that was the Mets, though. They were making moves. They doubled down.
They're
They're like,
going for
okay.
it.
They're like,
Yeah.
okay, we got a good closer. We're going to make this a lockdown back end duo.
We get to the 7th with a lead, it's done.
Well,
Is
it was
what they
like
were going for.
it was like Houston had that for a couple of years, but back in the day, the big time. At one point, the Yankees had John Wetland, and Mariano Rivera was his setup guy. And this is you're talking about probably the greatest relief pitcher in the history of the game. So make that a strength. Yes, the Rangers, their bullpen, the guys they got are good pitchers, but the fact is, the 7th and the 8th inning is, it's a way different animal than the 9th inning.
Yeah.
You cannot run guys out there because the pressure is so ratcheted up, and the mistakes that you make are so much more glaring.
Yeah.
And
it's disheartening when you see guys like, I think Sporzy would help quite a bit, but dude, he's been on I'm going to come back, and I've seen his name on the comeback list since June, and they just push it back 2 weeks. I'm like,
that being said, he's not a closer.
He's not.
Granted, he closed out that last game of the World Series, but that doesn't make him a closer.
No, it does not. But they had to do something to add to the bullpen.
Yeah.
They added to the bullpen. They added pieces that they needed to the bullpen, but they didn't address the biggest need, right? That's like what they did essentially is they're building a house without a foundation.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like the Merrill Kelly pickup. He's fantastic. But would I rather have had a bat? Yes.
Yeah. I think what we had in the pitching department would have more than I really, for some reason, and I don't know why, I really thought that they were going to go get Naylor. I really did. But I think the fact that we don't want to spend money is because he's due for an extension, right? Next year, his contract up. Whatever the reason may be, we failed to address a bat, and he would have been a perfect lightning rod in the lineup. I'm pretty sure he's a lefty. Anyways,
I can't believe
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But the fact of the matter is, he would have helped this. He would have helped this damn lineup. There's no doubt about it. Having a guy, and if that happens, they probably, I don't know if they option or just outright waiver, Rowdy Tellez or whoever it is, right? They're not going to option Jock Peterson. He's making $19 million a year. They're not just going to eat that.
No.
So we're going to see him next year too. Just hopefully he hits a damn treadmill. I have never in my life seen a guy who is notoriously known for the swag that he carries, right? And being a good hitter. And he shows up with a dad bod like me.
Yeah.
I was looking at that today and I'm like,
yeah,
dude, you make $19 million a year. And you show up looking like that.
Work on your body a little bit, bud. Show that you're committed to something.
Show that you want to be here and you want to win.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, what you're doing clearly isn't working. I know he won the game a few nights ago.
Yeah.
It was great. But
and he's been better. He's been better than he was to start the year. But that better is not good enough. You have to be. What are they paying you for? They're not paying you to hit singles.
Yep.
I mean, I'm so frustrated. I'm glad you're voicing this more. I'm just so damn frustrated with this team because I see so much talent here and so many pieces, but not the necessary pieces.
Yeah.
To get you where you need to get to. And it could have been taken care of.
Yeah.
It could have. It was right there. But we don't want to spend the money because I don't know, because we're having trouble with the revenue with the sports network, and we had to switch again, and they ought to be happy because they're making freaking money because everybody's buying the app because everybody wants to watch Victory Plus.
Yep.
because they want to watch the Rangers and
I'm
they want to
about
watch
to-
the Stars when they come on. So
I'm about to switch over to DirecTV because it's in that package. So I'm going to switch to DirecTV so that I can watch the damn Rangers.
it's part of it's. I didn't realize Victory Plus was part of DirecTV. Interesting.
Yep. So I'll have that, and I'll get to watch the Stars.
Yeah.
I won't have any issues in theory. I'm gonna invest the money, the extra $20 a month or whatever it is, the difference between that and YouTube TV, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of just watching, via Game Changer or if it's nationally televised. I think I've only seen like 10 or 12 Ranger games this year, and 2 of them were at a bar, so, and that was part of it because we were there to eat or something like that.
Yeah.
But we're both frustrated with the Rangers. Hopefully it's just a bad stretch, but I think you said it best. Guys, Bill told me, he's like, man, I think it was last night you texted and was like, man, this is a 500 baseball team.
It's what it is. That's where are they sitting at? They're exactly 500. They did not do what they needed to do to be a better team. And the little streak right before the All-Star break and right after gave the fans some hope, but they completely went and have completely crapped the bed since then. And
it's frustrating, dude. They should have taken at least 2 or 3 from Philly.
Yeah,
they should have won 2 or 3 tonight. That turns this
2 or 3
around.
in Anaheim. They could have won 2. They could have won a couple of the Seattle losses.
Yeah, they should have won. They were in every game except for the first one in Seattle.
Fortunately, as we have talked about, what is on the horizon? Football. It's almost football season, John.
Yeah, I've got baseball fatigue for sure.
I'm a little frustrated with it. I am eager to see how the Mavericks can do with Mr. Cooper Flagg, but we'll find out soon if the Rangers are going to do anything differently or not.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Ensemble.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you.